Just starting out, this farm had its environmental challenges, and the VSP really bridged that gap of me trying to stay financially sustainable while also taking care of the environment in a way that I should be. My name is Frank Keck. I'm the owner of the land here. We acquired this back in 2018. A little bit of history about this place was William Campbell. He had a homestead relinquishment back in 1888, I believe it was. I got a letter that his daughter wrote in 1964. She was 71 years old when she wrote it, and she talked a little bit about settling here and where the family came from. They came from Missouri. They went to horseback to Denver, took a train to San Francisco, then a ship to Astoria, then to Oysterville, went up to the Old Willapa and walked up here, got their homestead relinquishment and settled it. The place was originally 400 acres. And one thing that was kind of neat that she said in that letter was all the farmers around here helped each other. It was pretty interesting. They all help each other make hay. They all help plant. It was really a big sense of community. So fast forward to 1948, my grandpa and grandma bought this from the Campbells. My grandpa and grandma, they lived in the old Campbell house, and then they built another house in 1960 that they moved into. Grandpa worked in the woods, farmed this place on the side, milked cows, raised 6 kids with his wife, and in 1960s, my grandma got sick and she ended up passing away. Grandpa had a lot of medical bills and stuff like that, so he decided he had to sell the place. So he sold the place to Fred Guerder in 1972, and then Fred, he built most of all the structures that are here today, with the exception of the house. So all the nice barns. And he had a pretty good sizable grade A dairy. So when I was 7 years old, I promised Grandpa I was going to buy this place back for him, because I don't think he really wanted to sell it, but he had to. So yeah, all the stars lined up, and in 2018 we bought the place, me and my wife, and now we run 80 beef cows. We have 20 goats, a bunch of chickens, and 4 children that we run.
My name is Lorenzo Charape. I'm the Agricultural Programs Manager with the Pacific Conservation District. I've been working for conservation districts for about 5 years. One of the programs that I manage is the Voluntary Stewardship Program. And to summarize that program, we are tasked with promoting agricultural viability and protecting critical areas of the environment. One of the ways we do that is by offering incentive-based voluntary stewardship projects on the farm. And today we're at the Keck farm looking at a no-till drill that we helped purchase. In very simple terms, the no-till drill plants various crops into existing cover on the ground. It has a cutter and spreader, and it drops seeds into a small slit, and then it has a press wheel on the back that will press the soil back together. And so you get multiple benefits from that by planting your crop into whatever vegetation is already on the ground. The no-till drill has multiple environmental benefits. As I said, the no-till drill plants seed directly into existing cover, and by doing that, you are significantly reducing the amount of erosion with conventional tillage. You're leaving organic matter or plant matter on the surface, and so you're increasing the organic matter of the soil, you're helping to retain moisture, and like I said, you're reducing erosion and potential nutrient runoff, so you're going to get better, happier, healthier soil. The no-till drill also has multiple benefits for the landowner. As I said, the no-till drill plants seed into existing cover or vegetation, and so you are reducing the number of passes required with the tractor and hopefully not tilling up that soil. So you're decreasing the number of hours spent on a tractor, and you're also decreasing the amount of fuel spent in order to plant that field. And the decreased fuel also would reduce emissions and costs. Some other benefits of the no-till drill are the time savings and flexibility that you have as a farmer. As soon as the ground is dry and able to hold a tractor, you can get out there and plant your seed rather than waiting for the ground to dry up and till it and then plant your seed. Another benefit for the landowner is the fact of having healthier soil. You're not disturbing that soil, messing up the structure and the biology.
Yeah, so I came across the no-till drill practice from a book that I read. It was Dirt to Soil. It was a very eye-opening book and kind of a pivotal point in this operation. And historically, I used the no-till drill for the out of Lewis County, and I'd bring it here, take about an hour and a half to drive it down the highway. But we'd get it here and we'd use it. Some challenges with that drill was, I was competing with all of the Lewis and Thurston County farmers as well, so I'd have to book one day, sometimes months in advance, and hope that the weather was good for me to plant. So availability of that drill was really tough. I wasn't the only one having these same challenges. We have other neighboring farmers that were trying to implement some no-till drill practices, but were hesitant because they couldn't get that drill down here from Lewis County. So other local people were having the same issues I was having. So some ways this no-till drill has really helped our operation is less reliance on made feed. We don't feed nearly as much hay or silage as we used to. Some years we would be 5 months of feeding. Now granted, it's a pretty wet climate here where we get about 80 to 90 inches a year of rain, so we have to pull these animals off in the winter off the fields and muddy them up. So less reliance on feed, and by doing that, or the way the no-till drill helps on that is we have a summer slump in August, and sometimes the cows will outpace the growth of grass. So what we do with the no-till drills, we'll incorporate warm annuals. So we've planted cowpeas, mung beans, sorghum, sudan, some sunflowers. Now we're a cooler climate, so they do have their challenges, but that's one way we could help with a summer slump. Also too is just we do have rain, big rain events here where we'll muddy up a paddock, and when it stomps this grass in the ground, it doesn't really have time to recuperate when we come back in terms of our rotational grazing. So what we'll do is we'll plant some annuals in there to kind of to keep the ground covered, keep that grass growing, providing shade for the soil, so we don't lose as much evaporation loss of water. We kind of really conserve that water. We've done all kinds of different plantings. One thing too is radishes have been huge here. We've had some areas where really Canadian thistle kind of took over these patches that were essentially abused, these fields that are abused. And the radishes, what they do is they penetrate that soil. They mine calcium from the lower depths of the soil, bring it to the surface, and by breaking up that compaction, it helps the biology in the soil, adds air into it, and doesn't allow that Canadian thistle to thrive. The other one's been great is adding flowering plants such as Balanza clover, great for the bees. Puts a high amount of nitrogen in the soil. That's been very successful for us, and it's amazing to go out there and you see all these beneficial insects hopping around from plant to plant. So we do some flowering plants. Right now we're in a big push to adding deep-rooted forbs such as chicory and plantain, allowing to kind of might be a better alternative to the summer annuals for that summer slump. Those roots go way down deep. There's still moisture down 2 feet. Some of the grass can't grab that as much as those deep-rooted forbs. And two, the deep-rooted forbs, especially plantain, really high in good minerals for the cattle. So less reliance on purchased mineral. So it's amazing what plants can do. And with a no-till drill, we can get those in at optimal times. It's a better way to, kind of connect yourself to the soil, really feed that soil, and ultimately feed the grass, which feeds the cattle. It's a great cycle. They all work together. And so the no-till drill has been a huge benefit for this operation, and in no way possible would have been into my budget to acquire that. So some of the future plans that we have with the no-till drill is buckwheat. We want to get some buckwheat started. It's a great phosphorus scavenger, and we're a little low in phosphorus here, so that's one we'd like to try later summer. Probably run the goats on that. It'll be with a mix, and also pollinator strips. Getting stuff for beneficial insects. Like I said, it's an ecosystem here. We want everything to work together, and we need some more beneficial insects, especially like the bee population. We like to plant some stuff for the bees that also work for the cattle. So just getting that stuff planted, and the future plan too is just to continue allowing our neighbors to use this drill, just like Sue Campbell talked about in that letter that she wrote about all the farmers helping each other. Well, this no-till drill's here for all my neighbors to use too when they need to. For me, the importance of the voluntary incentive programs is, when we got this place, we wanted to be a good steward of the land, right? Like just like every farmer wants to be. They want to be good stewards of the land. But with margins being so tight, it's hard to do that. It's hard to dream about those, being that great steward of the land. And really taking care of it like you want to, when really it's all based on what you can afford. These incentive programs have been great for me because it bridges that gap. It allows me to be a good steward of the land like I want to be, but maybe I can't economically justify. And two, when most people, when they buy a farm, they have a dream, of being this good steward of the land, but when you're trying to survive, it's hard to dream. And that's where I think the voluntary stewardship programs really help.